So for you, those of you doing the landing page, right, we're going to leverage all the layout capabilities of this and do our best to do those 4 sections, right? So largely you'll start with like some kind of a hero section. So on this one, maybe I'll put in a split screen. I can go into my elements, right? So it needs a header on the side. It's also going, I keep grabbing the wrong things. It needs some text under it, right? So you see I can just keep adding things into this section. And now maybe I need a button, right? My call to action button. So what am I going to put on this side? Maybe I'll put an image, right? Now if you ever need to get rid of something, if you just right click or control click on this right here, I can go to delete. Right? I could take this whole section and add a background image. So if I wanted a background image here, right, I obviously go into style, background type, I find background overlay. How about that? There's got to be a way to put a full image in the background. That's weird. I'll just go classic. There it is. It's right there. And then you just grab your image. And so since I only have one image, I'll go ahead and insert it. So this is where you may want to edit that image a little bit before you put it in. Give it like a different color, like overlay or something. Maybe we can actually just do this here. Does this affect it at all? No, it doesn't. So get off me here. So again, we're kind of limited. Just do your best here. Position, right? We probably want it centered, right? So centered. So we're going to need to go ahead and make this section bigger. So how do we make this section bigger? We'll go over here, edit the section, layout. We have a height, that's the width, height, here's our height. Well, that can like fit the whole height of the screen. Can we not set a, we can set a min height and then do that to kind of get it to go out. So there we go. I'm art directing this a little bit. Now remember, when you're art directing something like this, to also look at it in your responsive mode. So you go to tablet and you say, oh, do I like this? So I think we should be able to change it based on where we're at in the responsive, whatever mode is selected here. So you see this is that. So maybe on this one, I want the image to be where did I set the image size? No, that's not what I want. Where is the image? How did it leave the image, how I art direct this image? There's got to be a way to art direct this image somehow. Maybe it's in style, right? Here it is, right here. So this is where we're positioned. So maybe now I want the image to be, no, I don't want top left. I want probably center left. Center right. So again, you see that you're a little, you can go into custom and I can then actually change the X position. So sorry, this will be a little hard, you know, if you want to try to really art direct this. Ooh, I'm gonna try to get this word. How come I can't get this here? That's weird. Can I go higher than 800? No. So then I have to probably change the. Boy, you know, this is gonna be tough. Do your best. You don't have to worry too much about this. But let's go to mobile, right? So again, it should be visible over it, right? We're going to need to just make sure that it looks good from mobile all the way to desktop. So it takes a little work. This is just web design, and it's so much. I find it so much easier to use code than these drag and drop things. Just do your best to make it look good. But we'll start with the desktop always and then work our way down to mobile. And honestly, I don't really care. I just want you to know this exists. If you don't get it perfect, I'm not going to complain. I want you to more think about the content than the layout, because this isn't ultimately as a class about content. It's not about layout. But I want you to know that, I mean, it matters, right? So you're going to have to work on these things. If you wanted to come up with your own blog, it's going to have to be working from mobile to desktop. It's just the nature of putting together a website. So anyway, ramble aside, you know, you could build that. There's also things in here that from the add-ons that I have. So you see you can make things like this call to action is actually basically this thing I just built. Watch, if I bring this out, you'll see that it actually has all those 3 parts built on, plus you can have a background color, which is nice. So then you might want to change something like that. What else do we have? We have things for social proof, such as, well, maybe you could use an icon list in some way. I don't know what you'd do with that, but you could find things here in image carousel, image box, testimonial, right? So again, I would utilize the structure first and not just make, unless you want it to be full screen. Obviously, I also showed you that you can change the section color background. So this is all the things that you'll go through for a landing page. You'll just have to look through it for what you want. Event calendar, data tables. You're just going to have to kind of, again, I suggest kind of sketching out, wireframing your page of your layout after you figure out what content you want. So content first, design second, right? One thing I will say is that the people with magazines, if you wanted to put your blog, latest blog post or something, you'd use these post grids. There's this one down here. There's another one up here somewhere in these ones. They're right there, post grid. So these are all things for you to play with to figure out what it is to get your information laid out and across. So that's it. It's largely on you to play around, and if you need some help, obviously come to me and ask me if I can suggest any way to get some. You have something in your head or something sketched out that I can actually look at, and you want to know how to get it done. I can kind of go through it and help you. Okay?